Well, hardware store was out of oil absorbent pads. Summit West Marine, which many of us call Worst Marine. They don't open till 9. I'm gonna keep an eye on this sign, and the second they flip it. Today's the survey for Rosalind. If the survey doesn't go well, you get another survey. Or you fix those items and move on. It feels tense, but you just do what's next. I've launched a lot of boats. It's kind of always what it's like. Anyone who's danced gracefully across the finish line, if there is somebody, I don't know them. Oh, he just flipped the open sign. There we go. Oh my god. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, so expensive, Rose. Why? It's basically fancy paper towel.
Just got back from Fort Rachel Marina. Had a really nice talk with Don Sargent, who runs the place. That is going to be my launch venue. Yeah, there's a few details still to work out, but it's looking good. I also had a survey this morning, which I think went really well. The surveyor's name is Dexter Holliday. His father was a well-known surveyor in these parts as well, and he's kind of followed along with that. He was very into all of this, which is really gratifying. Yeah, I'll have that report midweek this coming week. He said that my systems installations were really good, which is very nice to hear because it's the first time I've done that. I pointed out a lot of historic quirks, and he was very interested in all of them. The foremast arrangements with the scuttle hatch, reincorporating original keel as trim, you know, the boomkin, you know, things that make this boat very distinctive, and he was definitely here for it. We had a brief talk about lightning protection that was also reassuring. He said he seldom sees lightning protection on wooden spars, and production boats like 1 in 20, he thinks, but he really liked what I had done and thought it was a good idea. Hopefully I have made good decisions.
A lot of times people have something to say about wood stoves on boats. Yours does not have fastener holes in the feet.
It does not, no.
And so your solution was to anchor it from the side.
Yes.
With turnbuckles. How'd that hit?
He really liked it. He thought it was a good way of doing it, which again, really gratifying to hear from someone with a lot of experience looking at stuff like this. Because, you know, I'm very much in my own head and in this microcosm, and, you know, it's good to have input from the outside every now and again.
Fort Rachel launches other traditional boats as well. everyone we met there was so kind
So
and
kind, yeah.
really excited about the boat coming, which I think adds a lot to it.
It really does, yeah. I mean, they watched our YouTube videos, so I mean that was really nice to hear.
We did talk to Dawn about what the plans are for the coming days.
Right.
So what's that look like?
My primary focus at the moment is getting the engine running. The engine has been dormant since November. I winterized in November. I am struggling a little bit to get the fuel system to feed properly. It has an awful lot of air in it, and I keep bleeding it and keep not getting it all out somehow, and I'm not quite sure how yet. There's some more spar work ongoing that I think I'm probably going to delegate to my dad. My parents are here helping out, which is lovely of them. Also, the end of the shed, the workshop end of the shed, is going to need to start to, well, all the stuff needs to come out of it, and then it's going to need to be disassembled along with the stairs, because they're going to be in the way of the haulers.
So Tuesday night will be transport.
Transport over to Fort Rachel, and then immediately doing a dip to check the ballast situation, and then probably staying in the slings overnight and making judgments on what we saw the following day, I think. And then I should be able to announce an actual launch date based on how much work I think I have to do to make that happen.
You have completely rebuilt this boat, and she was light when in the condition you found her in. You knew that she was light. You've calculated, you know, how much ballast outside. You've put some inside with concrete and all of that. When you say it's kind of a stability test, you just want to know how she sits in the water.
Yeah.
So I just a couple words about that.
Ballast is what I'm going to refer to as an archaeological guess. It's based on what was in the boat when she came to me, knowing that that was not enough. She was light. She was also not trimmed right. She was down by the nose by some amount. I forget how much, but I scrapped the majority of the ballast, and so had it weighed as I scrapped it. The lead that was in the ballast I kept and weighed myself, so I know how much was in. I have added about 3/4 of a ton to a ton. It remains to be seen if that is good in terms of trim athwartships and in terms of trim fore and aft. There's really only one way to test that when you don't have drawings and you don't have stability calculations, you don't have a naval architect involved, like you don't have any of those things. So testing is really all you can do. I have currently 3,100 pounds of lead stacked on top of the keel under the keelson. That is encapsulated in 4,500 pounds of concrete, and then I have 1,500 pounds of lead on the outside of the keel. If I have overdone it and she's heavy, what I will probably do is drop one of the 3 500-pound bars from the bottom of the keel. That is by far the easiest operation to do, rather than chipping concrete out. I don't think I'm going to be heavy, but we will see. I
think ideally it would be really cool if you were a little light, or maybe
I would love to be like half a ton to 3/4 of a ton light, so that I could add trim ballast exactly where it belongs on top of the concrete under the floorboards.
That's the dream, right?
That is the dream, yeah.
It sounded like Fort Rachel was okay with us inviting people to come see it. They know that she's a well-known boat.
Yeah, Fort Rachel is going to be good with me inviting whoever wants to be present along to the launch when I have a launch date. I recognize though that it's going to be quite short notice, and it's almost definitely going to be during the week, so not everyone is going to be able to attend that wants to necessarily, but I am hoping to make up for that by hosting people at the Wooden Boat Show this year, whether at the show itself or after hours. That is still to be determined, but something will be happening. I
think we'll do a live stream and a toast when she launches that we will all do together. So everyone at home will be able to.
I have been asked for a live stream, actually.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
Annie B's on it, everybody.
Okay.
I may have to line handle or something, but we'll hand the camera off or do what we can. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Right.
Says the voice from the ether, the headless, faceless lady. It's a good day, Andrew. I feel like a lot of questions were answered today.
I do too.
Yeah. I'm
I
feeling
just gotta get the engine running.
You know.